Hello everyone. Welcome to my currently unnamed Iron Collection Log series thing, as that did seem to get the most interest after my previous video, so I am honouring that. I still may make other content on the side, as this content will be very slow, but this episode is mostly just to get you accustomed to the account, give a little tour, because there's a lot to catch up on. Obviously I am that one 223 days into this account, and obviously 571 collection log slots, so there's a lot to bring you up to speed on. In addition to that, I do just want to apologise, it did take so long to get this account out. As you see, I've been clicking this tree for a little while here, but I've been very demotivated to make this episode, largely because I had big plans for like some kind of backstory episode to the account. Kind of just, like I've got a million screenshots to kind of put things together. And I plan on doing some of that in this episode, but truthfully, when it comes down to it, I'm not some big flashy video editor. I am someone who likes spending a lot of time in this game, and I want to be able to share my progress and all that stuff. So it's like, I was very out of my comfort zone wanting to do that stuff, so I'm going to keep my episodes very casual, lots of progress, and just where I like it. So yeah, I hope you guys are okay with that, and yeah, I'm going to give you guys a little tour of stuff now and just going to see what happens. So now I think it's probably about the time I should give a little kind of backstory and a few kind of, not rules, but the thoughts and plans for the account. So first things first, let's just get the elephant out of the room. The reason I'm not a hardcore, as you might think this account would be, is I started this account with no intention of actually keeping it, and I didn't know the direction of the account, so I decided to race someone in a kind of a unprepared, is that a blind speedrun? Whatever. Sort of a zero preparation attempt to speedrun Dragon Slayer 1. And I feel like I had a nice little route. I was super greedy, was going to be done in like 2 hours. And I got greedy and I died to Elvag, as many noobs do. So lasted less than a day. Didn't really matter too much because it was never going to stay hardcore, and a lot of the content I do, I can't sometimes die on purpose and stuff anyway. Aside from that, the actual aim of this account, I should put out there, is to fill every single log in the collection log. Every single slot. When I say everything, I mean everything. Every pet, every piece of third age, and so on. Now, I know this is not physically possible with things like ridiculously low third age drop rates and such. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to finish it all, but I will do as much as I can anyway. Secondly, you might think, why do it on an iron? And the truth is, I have played mains to death like over 10 years ago, and it just doesn't entertain me that much. There's so much streamlining you can do that you don't have a lot of stuff to do. You can buy all your skills, it's all about money. For bosses, you should just buy boosting services and all that kind of stuff to speed it up, and that just isn't fun to me. That's too efficient. So with Iron, you have a lot more kind of flexibility. So focusing on the aim of filling the log as much as I can. I don't have any official restrictions, so I'm not kind of some snowflake. I do just want to fill every log, but I do try and hold myself in the most macro efficient way possible, which means I have some very unorthodox or kind of roundabout ways of doing things. Which also means when I want to do something, some things are like quite easy achievable. I could spend like an hour getting something, but if I'm going to get it passively in the future, I might as well wait and just do it. And this is not unlike how I play Leagues as well. This is a very Leagues inspired account, as well as some of the like nice YouTubers like Guides for Us All, Generate Tasks, really inspired kind of me wanting to play like this way back when. By extension, that playstyle also follows my skills. Like every single one of these skills, except maybe Herblore, but kind of Herblore, is I've trained it by filling the collection log on the way. which is why some of the easier 99s I don't have, like 99 fire making, 99 thieving, but I do have some nice high skills anyway. So I do try and cheat a little bit and kind of justify some unorthodox training methods. Obviously here I'm woodcutting for the beaver pet, I don't have that yet, so that's why that's like way past 99. But that also makes some skills quite difficult. Things like crafting, I have all my Zenites already. I will show that a little bit. So like training crafting is really hard to justify because there's not a lot of stuff that does it. I did some like extra with like mining amethyst to get my darts and arrows and stuff. I did a little bit with blood ring crafting, trying to get the Rift Guardian pet. But in general, crafting is very hard to do, and that generally gets my experience lamps these days, just because there's no reason for me to train it for the collection log. So what I'm going to now do with this video is I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory on possibly the most important collection log slots, which are the pets, and then I'll give you a quick look through everything else to bring you all up to speed, and then show off the bank, and then maybe get off a little bit of content. We'll see what happens, shall we? So first things first, hopefully I can edit in some pictures of these. The first pet I got in this account was actually the Tango Root pet, which I was very disappointed with. I didn't realise at the time, and it wasn't until the person next to me pointed out I even noticed. I was like, yeah, okay, I got a farming pet at 63, 64 farming. I didn't really care. These days I'm aware this is one of the most painful pets to get, and you know, a lot of people have ridiculous farm XP just trying to get this. And it's an absolute nightmare, so I appreciate it a lot more now than I did. The second pet I got was actually the Tempros pet. With the release of Tempros, I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to full grind this, you know, new high score, fresh account, let's see how we can rank up. And obviously I will passively complete the collection log in the process. However, me being me, can you please go away? Me being me, I, you know, went in, tried it out, did literally 2 games, and I went ahead and got myself the Tempros pet, which in turn killed pretty much all motivation I had for the minigame, so I never really competed for that. Which kind of sucked, but it allowed me to do other things. So those are the 2 biggest spoon pets. After that we went and got the Herbie pet, which is one of my favourite pets I have on so many accounts. I got that at a very respectable kill count. I think it was about 8,700 at the time, which is pretty good. Then we got the Trumpy Chick, the freest pet in the game, followed by nice Sriracha. I think I don't have the Cudgel yet on this account, but somehow got the pet anyway, so you know, that was pretty cool. And I got some nice recolors. That was shortly after the release of the egg sacs. Then I am so massively spooned at Spire. I am so massively spooned at Sire that I managed to pick up the Sire pet as well as like my bludgeon and stuff, so that was a nice one. And after that, that brings me to shortly before the Group Iron release, where I was going to do Group Iron Leagues. I set up to AFK, so I went and did some rune crafting for that, lots of blood rune crafting, and unfortunately, whichever, I got the Rift Guardian pet pretty quickly. So I think it was 91 runecraft, which was like, now I have no reason to train runecraft. So I was a bit sad about that, but I also got what I wanted. Which also makes me super happy Guardians of the Rift has come out, because it gives me a way to get a 99 while not being inefficient. And then my latest pet was the mining pet, which is where I went after doing the Rift Guardian. And with that one, I was super disappointed as well, because I think I got it within 1 or 2 levels. I think I got it at 93, 94 mining, I started Amethyst at 92. So again, it kind of ruined the idea that I was gonna idle AFK for like months doing that, but I kept on mining because I still need Amethyst and stuff, and obviously now I am going for the Beaver pet. And with that in mind, I haven't really done much else on the account since then, because with the wait for leagues and the delay of leagues, I wasn't super motivated. I haven't done much else. It's all been AFKing for stuff. So let's kind of head to the bank and jump into some collection log stuff now. Alright, at the bank, just before we do the log, if you cast your eyes to my inventory, that is essentially what my AFK time waiting for leagues has got me. I have arrow shafts and hopefully enough amethyst stuff to last me pretty much the entire account, but we'll see. But anyway, let's get into the collection log, shall we? There isn't a huge pattern to what I do. I do like having green sections, which are nice. I'll try and do them in ascending order just to give a bit of kind of suspense, I guess. So I'm going to start with minigames, because I feel like they are the least impactful. And yeah, I obviously have a lot of green sections here. The fishing trawler is an obvious one. Normal restaurant was just me being bored one morning, took me like several hours. Mahogany Homes is passive, pest control. It's basically normal except I got the mace and the seal as well. Rogue's Den, Rogue's Outfit, Shades. That was me training fire making. That was actually kind of fun to do. And I think temple trekking is the outfit. So something I like to do here is getting green sections is nice, and you know, I also like the idea of having continuous green sections. Obviously I've got 4 in a row here. I need to do Soul Wars at some point and then I can connect that to temple trekking and get a nice 6 in a row. I've also done more mage training than it looks like. I think I'm only missing the telekinetic points. I have enough points in everything else to buy the rest of the stuff, but I haven't quite finished it off. And then LMS, I have done some. I have 13 wins apparently in too many games, so this one is possible, but like with this 1000 win cap, it's going to take a long time, especially because I am not the best PvPer. I'm okay, but it's not something I ever do in the wilderness. It's only, I'm basically doing PvM inside PvP and using like those techniques to kill people. So this one's going to take a long time, but I'm confident I can do it at some point. In addition to this, you know, we have Tide Farm, which I got the basic stuff from. Is that a clue? I think that's the clue item I needed. I'll finish it at some point, but I hate this minigame. Trouble Brewing, I haven't even touched. That is something I could have potentially AFK instead of doing pets, but I haven't done that one yet. But it's nice to have AFK on the side. I hate Volcanic Mine. If you ever watched my Leagues content, you'll know I hate it, so screw that. Sepulchre I've got started on, I don't have the ring yet. I'll use that to train 99 agility, so that's a nice agility hack. Guardians of the Rift I will cover later, so I won't touch that one just yet. Touch these two. Castle Wars haven't started, much like Trouble Brewing. Brimhaven, as you see I have 102 tickets, I've done one board, I will do this at some point. And Barbarian Assault, I've done little bits of, you know, I like doing this with friends. I will do this over the course of passively, whatever. Moving on to some more fun stuff, shall we? Let's go into the other tab, I don't know what's in here. Aerial fishing. Yes, I did this one. This was one of my hacks to train my fishing to 99. And also a ton of hunter, so that one's pretty nice. Cam Dazal, I did that on release just for fun. Champions Challenge, I'll occasionally go AFK some of these. So we got 2 so far. Chaos Druids, that is something I'll touch on later, that is wilderness content. Trumpy, I thought I'd done this one. Maybe I haven't done 4000, maybe I've only done 1000. Creature Creation done, Cyclops done, Foss Anne's done. This one, because I have, this is actually perfect. I have all the stuff to get a light ballista, heavy ballista, and I have all 4 Zenites in like perfect KC. Which means I will probably get the Monkey Tails via Hunter to finish off this one, and that will also help me get towards 99 Hunter as well. I'm never going back to Demonic Gorillas. Monkey Backpacks, that was me training to like the high tier of Sepulchre. So that was just passive Agility XP, Motherlode Mine, done. Mythical Dragons, these come as part of Slayer. So I will cover that. Random events, everything but the baguette. I do have some boxes in the bank, we'll see, so let's see how that goes. Revenant I've done a little bit of, but oh, more kills than I thought. I spent a few days there. But no weapons just yet. Agility done, Shazian done, Shooting Stars done. I mean, you know the pets, I've told you about that already. Slayer. I think I completed the Slayer Tower and the Slayer Cave. All the unique items there were done. But I still need a lot of random stuff from like the Eternal Gem, Mist Staff. I don't know what else. Hydra I need to do much more of. And obviously Brimstone Keys and Dagon High. So a lot of Corner Slayer and a lot of Wilderness Slayer, which I will touch on in just a second. So I haven't done this one yet. I'll probably just barrage some Tsar and AFK to do this one. So that's kind of whatever. Miscellaneous section. There are some things here. I did the big fish again as part of the 99 fishing grind. I don't have the Tempros one, which you'll see later. Obviously I'm missing the stuff from Rune Dragons and Mythal Dragons and Addy Dragons. No Eternal Glory, I only have that on Leagues unfortunately. No Shaman Mask, that'll be a fun AFK grind. I do have 2 Evil Chicken pieces, which is pretty nice, and you'll see me going for more at some point. I've done all the mining gloves, obviously as part of mining, all this junk. I think Morsi speaks for itself. I'll do these whenever I feel like it, miscellaneous in the future. Okay, so before I go into the boss tab, I want to refer back to my kind of macro efficient ways of doing things. In particular, I don't like going for stuff when I'll get them passively, so I alluded that to a little bit with the Chaos Druids and also the Brimstone, what's this one? This one. The Brimstone Key and the Laren's Key stuff. So my aim for them is to get them all via Slayer, obviously, as well as the Chaos Druid stuff. And in addition to that, I do all my bosses on Slayer tasks as well where possible. So obviously I will be covering them soon. Saya, you do passively on task anyway. So I do everything via Slayer task, and I've done things in a very sequential order. So I'm doing Duodel Slayer 99% of the time, and that is because Duodel gives a lot more flexibility for bossing. So you know, if I get an Agency task, I can go kill Kree. If I get a Greater Demon task, I can go do Zami. And various other bosses, obviously Black Demons for my Demonics and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I do all of these on task, which means I haven't done much Corner Slayer yet, and I've done 0 Wilderness Slayer. And that is because I have not finished the normal Slayer stuff. The last thing I really wanted was to finish Zami God Wars, and then I can move on. But I haven't finished that yet, and I will talk about that a bit more in the future. So yeah, Saya is, as you see, very, very, very spooned. I don't touch that too much because I have so many things in just 320 KC. I'm just missing the dagger and the jar. Hydra, I spooned my claw. I went back there recently, just do a bit more, but again, I don't do too much Hydra because I have my lance, and that is the most important thing. You know, the Brimstone ring kind of sucks. And the Ferocious gloves I would like, but that's for another day. Barrow's chest I have done a bunch of, but this was all for the Mauritania Elite Diary, so I have one full set. We'll finish this someday. Briarfighter was done, that was for a clan bingo thing. Wilderness content, not much done. Cerberus. Cerberus is one I started going very spooned on. I got my prims in like 30 and then it's kind of averaged out a little bit here. Just need the pet and jar there, so I keep doing that passively. Case Ellie, again, worldy not done. Case Fanatic, I can't remember why I did these. I think I did them for some tasks. The combat achievements. Sarah, only a little bit of. Corp haven't touched because I don't have a BGS, which you'll see. Crazy Arc, combat achievements. Dagnauth Kings, I do every Dagnauth Slayer task, and this is another Duradel one, where I can do them there. So yeah, everything but the pets. Fight caves, tasks. Crypt Gauntlet is probably my biggest roadblock on this account so far. The fact I don't have the Enhanced Seed means no Bowfair, and no Bowfair means I don't have a good range weapon, which is the one thing that is holding me back from God Wars right now. So at this point I'm basically a Bowfair locked Iron Man, which is why I've done a lot of skilling, because Crypt Gauntlet is fine, I have done quite a bit of it. I think I've done all the combat achievements. Let's see what my PB is. I think it's, yeah, 628, so I've done all the combat achievements there. And I literally just need that one drop, which is so demotivating. I can't find my collection log now. So yeah, that's something I'll do passively, you know, like maybe 5 runs a day or something like that, till I get it. Which of course means my Grados sucked. I did some 6-to-1 range, but again, at the Bowfair, I don't want to go for that hills. Maul is Maul. Greatest Guardians, again, Slayer task stuff. I have the Tourmaline car. Aspori, I spooned it. Inferno. Honestly, again, this is kind of the Bowfair lock. I don't know if I will go for it if I have a Bowfair, but until I have an actual weapon, I am not skilled enough to even attempt to think about considering doing it with like a rune crossbow or something. You know, Amulet crossbow bare minimum, but realistically Bowfair or Twisted Bow to even try it. Cardfight Queen, I think I got the head for the diary and, you know, Slayer tasks. KBD, a ton of Slayer tasks, no pet. Kraken, again. This one I wanted to go for the Enhanced Trident as well, passively, so that's kind of cool. Kree, get quite a lot of them Slayer tasks, and that one you don't need the Bowfair for, I can just chin it. So that one's not too bad. Krill, I'm going to come back to next. I haven't actually played this account since next has really come out. And again, I only have a rune crossbow, so it's not even a good idea. Nightmare. I literally want to Scythe for that one, so I'm not going to touch it. Obo, whatever. Swakness. Yeah. Pet. But no Jar and Cudgel. Scorpia, Wilderness not touched. Skatizo, I'm optimistic I will get the Jar of Darkness eventually. I think I have some totems in the bank, but I just do every task in the catacombs where I can to get them. Tempest, obviously you know about the Spoon Pet. I've done a few more KC since then, but I'm just missing the Tome and the Harpoon Fish, which nobody cares about, so what's the rush? Thermi, always do my Thermi tasks there and try and get the pet. Then that is Untouched, Vetian Untouched, Forecast. Yeah, I do that when I feel like it. Winter Todd, just missing the Phoenix. So Arcana is one I'm going to do more of. That's going to be my hack to getting 99 smithing, I hope. Because unless I need money, there's no point smithing. So I'm just going to be doing Arcana for XP. If I go dry on the drops, then more XP. And it's also some passive rune crafting. And so yeah, I don't have a Serp Visage, but I do have a Mutagen. So that's kind of dumb. And I'm just missing the pet, the jar, and the Mutagen. Again, Twisted Bow or Bowfair. I'd be more motivated to do this one. Alright, got myself a nice cup of tea. Let's continue, shall we? So next section is going to be Clue Scrolls, and this is kind of why I skipped over the Krill section. So my current Master Clue requires me to get a Semi-God Sword, and in the interest of macro efficiency, I do not drop my Master Clues. Instead, I hold onto them. So quickly going back to that log, Krill 2's first. As you can see, I don't have the Hill or the Staff of the Dead in 632 KC. Not super dry, but I don't have it yet. In addition to that, without that Bowfair, I am not willing to grind Krill off task. It's so tedious to do with melee. So I only do it on stair tasks right now until I get the Bowfair, and eventually I will get the drop that way, which means my account is very, very, very locked behind that content. via the buffer and obviously just a semi-good sword drop in general. So with that in mind, I don't open my Clue Caskets because they have the chance of giving me Master Clues. So people are like, oh, why are you so patient with them? But truthfully, it's just because like I don't want to waste Master Clues. This is more effective long term. However, beginners don't give Masters, so for those of you who have been patient this far, thank you for watching so far. Enjoy a little bit of Clue content. I don't even know what my Clue log looks like, we'll see in a second when I get to beginners. Absolutely nothing. So yeah, onwards to Clues, shall we? So this is my beginner log. I guess I was looking for those Monk Robes and these army kit. I just do them passively. Easies I have done many of. I was nice enough to get a team kit I. 73 completed. Yeah, 15 slots filled. This is something I will use to train thieving in the future. Thieving hub members will probably get me 99 thieving and beyond. And hopefully a thieving pet as well. So thievings are fine. Mediums, I don't remember why I opened these, to be honest. Just because I think I usually open the low tier ones first because they have less chance of masters, so I can open more clues as well. So there's nothing special there. Oh, actually in easies, I just reminded myself, I think I have the bob shirt and I don't have the flared trousers, so if I ever get that step I will do a lot of easy clues as well, and I'll probably open my easies first to try and get those for future masters. Mediums we covered, no ranger boots, whatever. Hards I bought many of. This is probably my best looking log. I have to keep pausing to cough because I'm still very sick from like a month ago. It hasn't gone away. I've got a horrible throat infection. But yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. Enjoy. I got the black dragon mask for the Master Clue set, which is nice. I don't think anything else really matters. Interestingly, there's one hard clue I can't do, which requires a crozier. I haven't got one from hards or mediums, so I will be looking for that as well next time I open caskets. Elites I have opened 3. I opened 1 at the start of my account, and I've done 2 misclicks and got absolutely nothing for them. And then masters, I've opened 14 and got 2 slots done. Obviously once I do that Zami good sword step, there will be an absolute landslide of clue completions, I hope, because I do have most clues possible. And when that happens, I may even make a separate video depending how crazy it is. As a mega rares, I think I have absolutely nothing. Yeah. Well, I forgot about the shared one. Yeah, I have all of the bonus god books completed and none of the original 3. Throw back the league, so 3 war blessings. And yeah, this section is pretty much done except for those 3 pages. Now moving on to the last section, which is raids. So I've done a bunch of chambers and a bunch of Theatre Blood. As you can see, I have not had much luck at chambers so far. I stopped doing chambers a long time ago. This was mostly to learn it. But this goes back to the buffer lock. So Chambers of Xeric is very, very ranged heavy. So ideally I want a twisted bow or a buffer for that. A blowpipe is just very inefficient. And as Chambers does have these capes, which only come from completing challenge modes, ideally I would just want to do 2000 challenge modes, and I assume I will finish every single log slot in the process. Before I do that, I need to get that buffer. So again, very locked out of chambers because of that. I may do 1 or 2 with friends just for fun. That's kind of like why I don't have strict rules, but in general I want to do challenge mode for all of this. And lastly we have Theatre Blood. My Theatre Blood RNG has been absolutely fine. I went through a big stint around last August where I just did a ton. I did it for like 2 weeks straight. Got a bunch of stuff. I think the last thing I actually got was the rapier, as well as having the sang. And then aside from them, the only thing you really want is the scythe. Like, the Justy is kind of worthless for the most part, especially as an iron. So you know, I have a rapier for like Slayer and stuff. I have a sang for Zulrah and just general maging. It's super nice. So basically I need to go back at some point, I need to get a scythe, and once I get a scythe I will move on to hard mods. Luckily at Theatre of Blood the capes are for just general completions and not challenge mode, which means I can do my 2000 Theatre of Blood KC however I want. I'll probably go for the scythe, get the scythe, go hard mode for the dust and 2 kits, and then I'll probably go back to normal mode to finish my 2000 at some point. I don't know when. I don't really have any plans for that in the future just yet, but that is how I'm going to do it. For those of you who have stuck around this far, firstly, props to you. It's a lot of talk, I know. Secondly is the second one of the video. I do have 5 mystery boxes I've stored up just from wood cutting and stuff. So this is my chance at getting my soul baguette once again. I don't expect much. A casket. Let's see what happens. This is going badly. 2 caskets, which I don't think are going to give much. So another day we do not get it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the tour of the account. Without further ado, I guess I can start playing the account now. So I know this isn't strictly collectional content, but I figure it would be nice to have something fun in this first kind of starter episode. So there is 99 mining finally finished off. I am cheating a little bit doing this because I will technically get some mining XP from Zalcano and also a little bit from Guardians of the Rift, but you know, it's still nice to kind of shortcut this and have something nice. So there you go, a 99 for the video, why not? Let's do some collectional content, shall we? Okay, so I must admit this clip is a little bit old. This is the release date of the Guardians of the Rift minigame. As you guys know, there are 15 new collection slots for this, which is super nice, gives me something to aim towards. I'm hoping to get those in the near future, you know, kind of passively on the side, and most importantly, also giving me a way to train runecrafting. As I already had the runecrafting pet, it's very hard to justify runecraft, so this is going to be a nice little way for me to pretty much max my account, as well as filling in all these nice new collection slots. As I wanted to quickly test out the rewards this minigame, I have snapped up some Abyssal Pearls. That is the first collection log for this account. No idea how long it's going to take me to get all the ones I need for these, but that's definitely a good start. And going to be some nice runecraft XP here. I looted a couple more rewards here and got ourselves an intricate pouch. I wasn't sure what this was. Obviously, I think you get random loot from it. It's got a dragon spear, which is pretty nice, but that's also the second collection slot here. From now on, I'm going to save them, I think. Okay, so it has been a little while since those last few clips, but I didn't want to end this episode without giving you guys something nice. So I have done some more Guardians of the Rift. Can I check here? I can do 110 more searches, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to see how many more collection log slots I can fill. We are currently wherever I was last time. Count of 15. Ideally I'm looking for the needle and the lantern, because that'll make the minigame much faster, but you know, I'm just going to probably do a fast clip of this and I will talk when something happens. I think we're about 10 in and I have absolutely nothing so far. First pearls, nice. Okay, we just passed the halfway mark and this is really bad so far. We'll actually check the rewards shop and I'll bank some of these talismans. How many do I even need? 400. Okay, cheapest piece is 250. So this way I'm not even going to be able to buy anything. This is terrible. Let's check the pouches. More runes. Yeah, this is not looking good. Let's do our last 50. I just got trolled so hard by that needle. Gosh darn it. Okay, I think I'm in the final 10 now and I still have absolutely nothing. Let's open this. Pure essence, wow. Yeah, I don't think I can afford anything from the shop. This has been a disaster. Oh my god, that is so good. Thank you, Jesus, or whatever deity, aka none, 'cause science, but yeah, oh my god. That is perfect. I'll take that. It was keeping the suspense for the end. Let's make this, and I'm gonna close things out, I think. Okay, I have no idea how this works. I'm just gonna... Wait, can I just do that? Shut up. There we go, we have our monstrous pouch, which looks disgusting, but... Okay, that turned out so quick, I'm super happy with that. Obviously we're at 532 collection log slots now. Expect this to go up a lot in future episodes. I'm going to be working on this as well as many other things, so, you know, stay tuned for the next episode, which will just be pure content. Hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of tour of the account, introduction and a little bit of progress. And yeah, I'm really excited to do this series, and I will see you all next time.